Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you guys for hopping on the video tonight. Can you all hear me? Are we good? Okay. Well, we're going to gear up for a successful September. We're very excited about the fall months and what's going to happen this fall leading into the new year. There's a couple things that I had in mind to chat about. Carrie had a few things, and then Justin's going to finish up, and then we'll open it up for question and answers, and we can chit-chat and, talk if you guys want. So a couple things that I had written down is what we always talk about with Plexus, but that's goals. And I honestly write down goals every month, and I just wanted to kind of detail a few things, like just give some practical examples. So here's my goals. I have them written down for September already. So here's a few things that I write down for goals. I make point goals where I want to hit for points, where I want to hit for personal volume. My goal is to always add 3 customers, 3 ambassadors each month. Some of my September specific goals are to network more, just to get out of the house and chat with people. I'm going to join a Bible study and go to the gym. I'm planning to make more sample bags. I take those little Ziploc snack bags and put a brochure and a slim and a couple samples of the Ease and body cream, and I just have them in my purse because there's so many times when you're out and about, and I just hand out samples to people. Follow-ups with people, with current customers and ambassadors, I like to make sure I'm doing that. My plan for the month of September is to start some coaching calls and to, talk with some of my people on the phone more consistently, hosting more Zooms, and just read personal development books. Those are a few of my goals, but I just wanted to share some of mine, and maybe I'm sure you guys have other things that you can add as well. But making sure that they're written down and visible is so key. And at the beginning, my goals were super simple. Like, I wanted to learn more about the products. I wanted to daily be, reading things so that I could educate myself. I wanted to be reaching out to people and following up. That's another thing I guess I didn't put on that list, but daily IPAs, meaning income producing activities, which is reaching out, following up, talking with people, even making new friends. I mean, whether or not they do Plexus, it's still a good thing to be doing and having that goal. So let's see. I'm going to be doing an incentive for my team on September 1st. So keep your eyes peeled for that with goals, people that post their goals on my team page on September 1st. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Number 2, I wanted to talk about a DMO, meaning daily mode of operation. And this is something that I gleaned from Christy White's video. Really, really like that. So my DMO is not very fancy, but I have it written down on a sheet of paper because I feel like it's so easy to fritter time on Facebook. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but I check my notifications, I'll check the team page, I'll check my regular Facebook, and before I know it, I'm like often I don't know where on someone else's page checking their stuff, just looking at stuff. So I've made myself just a plan every day before I get on Facebook is to pray first. Before I do, well, not before I do anything else, but because once I get out of bed, I'm running. But when I sit down to feed the baby, I pray first. That's my goal. And then on my own personal Facebook post, I want to get in first thing in the morning, something inspirational usually. And then I want to post on my team page first thing. I do have a plan even for my team page, and my goal is, to post 4 things a day: a video or call, some kind of basic information, something inspirational, and some type of IPA tip. So I even have a plan and kind of a DMO for my team page. So anyways, those are a few things that I'm working on being more consistent at. I don't know, just having a focus when I get online. Watching educating myself with a video or call once a day, 3 reach outs, 3 follow-ups, networking and connecting with people on my Facebook feed, or if I'm out in public, doing it that way. And then reading a book every day. I'm reading a John Maxwell book. It's really good. It's called Winning with People, this one. And I have a few more by him that I'm going to start. So personal development is huge, and I see its benefits not just in Plexus, but just in life in general. And then that 5-3-1, that's a really good DMO as well. So 5 reach outs, 3 follow-ups, and train 1. And if you don't have a team yet, then train yourself. That's what they say. So those are a few of things that I feel like I need to be more consistent at, and looking at September and just kind of getting back in routine and being focused with my business and working smart, not harder, if that makes sense. So, and the third thing I was going to cover real quick is the number one thing, honestly, that you can do for your business. It's my secret way to success, and that's prayer. And I was just going to give some quick examples of the way we pray. Justin and I really feel that praying in specifics is, praying in specifics. I mean, instead of just, oh, Lord bless my day, praying specifically, not like God is a genie in a bottle, but just because he delights to hear from us and to hear, what's in our heart and what we're thinking about. And I don't feel like, business requests are too small or too big for the Lord. So this is the way we're specifically praying is we're praying for success for our teammates. We're praying that each one of you guys would be successful, our customers and ambassadors, they would have good results on the products. We're just praying that God would send us business builders, people who need the products, need the business, because there's so many people who need what Plexus has to offer. We're praying for runners, and we're praying for people with big networks. And some other ways I pray specifically is that God would magnify the hours in my day, because my days are probably like all of you guys, and it's super busy, super crazy. And and even praying scriptures, there's a few that have come to mind. I can't even remember the reference right now, but it's in Psalm about establishing the work of our hands. Just committing it all to the Lord is a huge thing, a huge way to be successful. Number 4, real quick, before I turn it over to Carrie, is a few things. I'm going to be doing an IPA chat group, so if any of you are not in one of those, I'm going to be hosting one, basically. So I know some of you guys are already doing them, but if you have, or if you know of people, or if you specifically are my level 1 or 2 and want to be in one, message me, because I will put you in one for September. The IPA chat group is an income-producing accountability group on Facebook Messenger, and I'll explain it in there, but basically it's just things to do daily to help your business grow and to do income-producing activities. So that's that. And then the last 2 weeks in September, after we got back from Hawaii, Carrie, Justin, and I were going to host silver training. I was supposed to host one in July, and I went into labor that night, so I had to cancel that. But it will be. We'll do it again, or not again, but I'm rescheduling it for after we get back from Hawaii. And then we're going to do one for golds and above as well. And that's in September, at the end of September. And then also there is rumor about a Hawaii challenge group that's going to come up. I believe Jessica Heffley is going to lead it, or lead one. I'm not sure all the ins and outs of it, but I know last year I was in her, she called it Maui Momentum group. I think I was senior gold or ruby at the time. And Hawaii looked like a blast. And when she came home, she had, she was full of great ideas. And I was in the group and did the activities and did the challenges. And it was very fruitful for me and for my business. And then I repeated a similar challenge the next month with my runners, with my leaders, and I felt like it was really helpful for them as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that challenge group. it's good stuff. So those are, I think I went through everything that I was going to chat about, and I'll let Carrie chat about her things that she wanted to share with y'all.
All right. A few things. I have my list here as well. Just because it's the end of the month, I wanted to bring this up. Check your downlines, because obviously sometimes at the end of the month something may come up, and there's a baby sighting over there. I see him. But check your downlines. Check to make sure if somebody has 0 PV and they should have had an order go through, just check to make sure that everything, all ducks are in a row. Because we don't want anybody missing out on their products at the end of the month, and the end of the last couple of days of the month is always the craziest. So just make sure that you are checking your downline and make sure everybody's good to go. I know I explained my situation this year a little bit. I'm a teacher, for those of you that don't know, and this year I'm teaching part-time. So I'm going to have a little more freedom this year, where I will be working 2 or 3 days a week, and then the other 2 or 3 days I will be at home with my family more. So I'm very excited about that. But I'm hoping to have a little more free time to be there more for you guys. So I want to let you guys know about that. Also, I wanted to let you know that there's going to be a little bit of a change with team pages. I right now have Team Pink, and I've got another Team Pink page, and we're going to kind of phase out Team Pink, and I'm only going to have that kind of outside leg is what I call that page, and I'm going to kind of help Megan with hers. So Megan and Justin and I are going to kind of tag team her page, and then I'm going to have another page outside of Megan's team. So we're going to kind of phase that out. So I just want to let you guys know that is going to, I may eventually just kind of turn it off. But I'm going to add the same documents and all the same stuff to my outside page. And then I'm going to help Megan with her page. So I want to let you know about those changes as well. Another thing we just wanted to talk about with you guys, being successful in the fall. We know the summer's slow. The summer's slow for everybody. No big deal. The fall is a great time to be planting those seeds, because you all know what happens in January. What happens? Everybody wants to jump on board. So plant those seeds all fall. Make sure you're reaching out, doing all the things that we normally do, reaching out to new people, following up with people, because come winter, people are going to start going, oh yeah. And now that people are getting into routines, summer, everybody's kind of out of their routine. Now everybody's back into their routine, and they're going to want to, they're going to see our stuff more often and want to jump on board. So make sure you're still planting those seeds. We're kind of doing this just to, do reminders for you guys. And for some of you, this may be new information, but we just want you guys to know there's no need to reinvent the wheel. We, do the things that diamonds and, other jewels have done. So you do not have to come up with new ideas. We're here to help. Use some of the ideas from videos that you've seen. I mean, we are here. So don't reinvent the wheel. Just go with some of these, ideas that we've kind of always done, and we're here to help. Another tip that we want to talk about is we had obviously a big July with the incentive on the 4th. And we just wanted to kind of remind you guys that once people join, it's so important to stay in touch. Sometimes people join and then we don't follow up with them. It's so important to stay in touch with these people, at the beginning, every week, couple weeks, and then, after a few months, once a month is good. But Megan and I were talking about earlier that we think it's really important for you to find out what's the best way to communicate with people. What's the best way to get in contact with them? Some people don't check their Facebook Messenger. Some people won't answer their phones. Not because they're ignoring you, but just because some people are just busy and they don't have time to talk on the phone. So find out what the best way to, contact them, because how many times have you sent a message to somebody and you never hear back? It's just crickets. Maybe that's not the best way to reach out to them. So find out the best way to contact them. Also find out what their goals are with Plexus. Are their goals to just be a wholesale ambassador? Are their goals to make $100 a month? Are their goals to get their products paid for, make $500 a month, or make a business out of this? Find out what their goals are, because the way you follow up with them is going to be different than it is with, a wholesale ambassador or somebody who's wanting to run with the business. So find out what their goals are. And the last thing I have on my list, I know a lot of you are excited about the September incentive. So, okay, here it is. So Megan and I are each doing this. And we don't have a prize that we're going to announce yet. We just want you to know it's going to be a generous prize. And this is everyone who completes this will get a prize. So your incentive for September, you have to get one new customer. You have to get preferably preferred, one new ambassador. You have to do a Zoom or some type of online training or event. So Megan USA, just like a kind of like a sip and see, but online, just an opportunity event is maybe what you want to call it. And then the last one is a sip and see. So those 4 things. So one new customer, one new ambassador, a sip and see, and a Zoom or some kind of online opportunity event. Because obviously with sip and sees, they're great because you can, talk to people one-on-one, but, and in person, but you can't reach people that are hundreds of miles away. So the opportunity events online are perfect for that. So if you complete all 4 of those things before the end of the month, before the end of September, then we will have a prize for you. And like we said, everyone who does this, you're not going to be entered into a drawing. If you complete this, you're going to win this. So at the end of September, we'll announce that. But as you complete, if you complete all 4, let us know as soon as you do it. So I think that's all I had. Unless, Megan, you want to add to the September incentive or anything?
Yeah, just for the ambassador that you add, make sure that in order to qualify, they have to have their backup order on and purchase a welcome pack.
Yes. And all I guess we should say all levels. I mean, this applies to everyone on the team.
Yes. And I'm piggybacking off of what Carrie said too, in terms of her schedule opening up. My schedule is kind of closing down a little bit because I'm homeschooling, and especially throughout the morning. I'm going to have some office hours. I'm not sure yet because we're in a state of transition currently, but I am basically available first thing in the morning if you catch me early enough, or in the afternoon. I'll respond to messages. But if you don't hear back from me right away, don't freak out. I'm still there. I just am homeschooling in the morning, and I'm trying to guard that time and not be distracted. So there are chat groups for silvers and for golds and above. So sometimes it's helpful to utilize those things if you need to get an answer right away. Or put it in a group message with Justin, me, and Carrie, or even your sponsor as well. And surely someone can get you an answer.
Yeah, and I guess I should kind of piggyback off of that. I don't know if I'm going to set necessarily office hours, but more like family hours. Obviously, my evenings will probably be a little more of family time because my daughter's in school and when she gets home. But same as Megan, if I don't get to you right away, don't freak out. We'll get to you, but it may just not be a good time for us. So anyway, go ahead.
Okay, you're up.
All right. Well, I just have a few things. As some of you know, I was trying to transition out of road construction this year. So kind of funny, this is should be my last week in road construction for the rest of this year, actually. So the timing is pretty cool to be doing this. So I just wanted to share, though, with you real quick. I have been talking with lots of people about Plexus outside of Facebook. I haven't had much time to be on Facebook this summer. Road construction takes, to be good and to be in charge of it, it takes everything you have from sun up to sundown most days. So my prayer has been that I would end well with road construction. The temptation is to just kind of ease out of something if you have something else to go to. But my prayer is that I would end well. I wanted to end being the best. So you're wondering what that has to do with Plexus, but it has everything to do with Plexus. My first thing is to be faithful wherever you're at. I was in road constructions. I wanted to be faithful there. One reason is because of my Christian testimony. Another reason is because of my Plexus testimony. I'm also, I'm an ambassador for Jesus. I'm also I don't know how that works. First, I'm an ambassador for Christ. Second, I am a temporary earthly ambassador for Plexus as well. So I wanted to end well where I was. And So just my encouragement is to be faithful wherever you're at. You hear Carrie is going to have some hours set aside for family at night. Same way with Megan, maybe some sort of office hours. But, Plexus is awesome. We are so excited about Plexus. We're thrilled to be a part of it. But, when the kids are trying to talk to you and they have something on their heart they want to share with you, put the phone down. At the end of the day, when Plexus is done, when maybe that's 20, 30 years down the road, maybe it's a year, I have no idea, but the kids are still going to be there, And so just be faithful where you're at. If it's family time, be with the family. If it's Plexus time, give Plexus all you got. If it's road construction time, which doesn't look like there's any road construction people I'm looking at, but whatever it is, just be faithful wherever you're at. That's my encouragement. And the other thing is kind of a little bit of what Carrie had to say is to take advantage of the school year. I've been going to I don't know what that is.
We have 10 minutes left.
Okay, I'll be really fast. So I've been going to the YMCA on a group fitness class. I'm probably the only one without yoga pants on, but it's been really great. But one thing I noticed in the summer months, I have a new hashtag. It says, "I will not be defeated by yoga pants." I don't know if you've seen this, but it's something new I'm working on. Those girls are in shape. So anyway, but during the summer, there was hardly anybody in the class. But I noticed as soon the day school started, the classes were absolutely packed with people. And then I was sitting there thinking, Plexus, man, I had my Plexus shirt on, my water bottle. So one thing we should do is definitely take advantage, capitalize on the school year, because the summer slump is over, and everybody's getting back on a routine. And one practical way we can take advantage of the school year and people getting back on a routine is to reach back out or reach out for the first time to the people who might have dropped off or quit during the summer, whether they're a preferred customer or whether they were an ambassador, because they might have just got busy with life in the summer. I know we're busy. And now that, they might have just got caught up with the busyness of summer, and they might be ready to get started back up again now that they're on a routine and they can be consistent. So I would definitely encourage everybody to reach back out to those who dropped off during the summer. I think we might be surprised who starts up again. The other thing is I would encourage you, don't be afraid to expand your networks. Facebook is awesome. It's people are at the rank of diamond right now, and all they've ever done was Facebook, which is great. But if you have 100 friends and you've been doing Plexus for a year and you're sharing every day and you're set to just those 100 friends, your network knows where you're at with Plexus. You might need to friend a couple new people, go to your school yearbook or something and just, get some names, some ideas, and you might want to friend request some more people. The other thing is Facebook is awesome, but I wouldn't be afraid to move outside of Facebook. I mean, Facebook is a great place to be. We've established ourselves on Facebook. Every one of us has. Everybody, they know where we're at. But I wouldn't be afraid to move outside of Facebook. Just talk to people. I mean, I'm sure you're talking to people at work, but even new people. I'm talking to strangers about stuff, bowel movements. And so it's kind of weird, but it's cool at the same time. And so I'm getting some people who are really interested who I don't really know, which is strange. But and I wouldn't let fear, don't let fear, slow you down from expanding your network. Because, remember when you first started your first Facebook post, how freaked out you were, and you want everything to be perfect, and you were scared, and you edited it 10 times. It's the same way going into a new network or, reaching out to people face to face. Don't let fear slow you down. We know the products are great. We know the company's awesome, and just go with confidence. So that's about it. And another thing that Carrie said, definitely check your downlines at the end of the month, especially after the last backup orders go through. I was just going through last night, and there's 100 points just sitting out there waiting. That's the rank of gold, just sitting there. If you think about it, if people, like Carrie said, if they don't have any PV, or if they have below 100 PV and their backup order is on and nothing is shipped at this point, there's a problem, and you shouldn't be looking into that. So that's really about all I have. I'm excited about the fall. I'm excited about going forward. So,
all right. Yeah, awesome. Okay. I was thinking there was one thing I should say. Okay. So there's about 24 hours left before the end of the month, and crazy things. 5 minutes. Crazy things can happen at the very end of the month. So if you are close to hitting your 500 PV mark to get that 25% commission, or if you are a couple people away from the next Leaders Retreat prize, or maybe you just have several people on the fence, now's the time. I feel like the end of the month is the time to help those people get started on their Plexus journey. So a lot of times what I've done is I do some sort of little incentive for people. I'll offer them free shipping, or some sort of little incentive. It seems like it's worked. So just wanted to throw that out there. And we have 4 minutes and 13 seconds, so we can open it up for any questions or concerns or anything you guys have been thinking about recently that you want to chat with us about. I know sometimes it's intimidating because you're like, I don't want to say anything, but please feel free to unmute yourself and ask away. Let me see if there's I think there's a chat somewhere. Let me see if anyone.
There's nothing typed up yet.
Okay.
Well, can you hear me? This is Casey.
Yeah.
You hear me? I don't have a whole lot to add. I just had my first kind of negative comment back to me. It kind of got back to me in a roundabout way today from someone we all know from a small town in Gibson City, but that's okay. A girl had told me, because I said, you got to start posting and make that post, go for it. And she said, well, there's a reason I hadn't yet, because someone she was friends with said, you're not going to start posting like Casey does, are you? I'm like, whoa, okay. I said, well, and she wants to start posting, so she's going to, but it's taken her a few weeks to really come out. So that was my first little, I had to kind of go, okay, breathe, bless and release,
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. But just, yeah, I don't know, like 3 months ago, it probably would have bothered me. So, and I wanted to ask about convention. It's on the last weekend of school, like when school gets out, and you guys probably all saw that, right? I mean, some of you guys, you're homeschoolers, but oh my gosh, like the last weekend of school, they moved it up. Do you know why?
No.
That's actually, I think, when it used to be was towards the end of May. In the past couple years, it's been later in June because of school, but now they've moved it back. I'm wondering, like last year, they moved it to the middle of the week because I assumed because it was in Vegas and that was the easiest time to get it. So I maybe location is why they had to do it that time. I'm not sure. I don't know. So.
Oh.
Just wondered.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people are going to, as you continue with Plexus, people are going to make comments, and you can't let it burst your bubble or, take the wind out of your sails.
Yeah.
Think of all the positives that outweigh that one negative.
It was just funny that Casey, posting like Casey does. Well, I'm known as the crazy Plexus girl, and that's just fine.
We've had family members unfollow us on Facebook, so whatever.
Hey, Casey, I was going to tell you that when I went Ruby and I had someone on my team go senior Ruby and 2 golds all with it, like everybody did at the same time. And a mutual friend of all of ours posted this really ugly post saying she's so sick of seeing everything about Plexus. But she did put other businesses in there about Plexus, Advocare, all these other things.
Yeah.
But then last week, she stopped me at a class and said, can I get some samples of that pink drink? So, I mean, she was really boisterous about it on Facebook, and now all of a sudden she's coming back. So
They all come back around.
Oh, less than 1 minute. Anyone have anything real fast?
Who's all going to Leaders Retreat?
Yeah.
Yay!
I can't wait for next year. It's going to be super fun. There's going to be even more and more people.
Yeah, think of how many team members we're going to have like at convention and stuff.
I know. That's awesome.
Crazy.
Okay.